The Bengals drop a must-have game. Mike Petraglia inside Paycor Stadium. Here on Monday night, the Bengals offense, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins back on the field. They showed up to the tune of 3 touchdown passes from Burrow, 324 yards passing. Jamar Chase catching his first 2 touchdown passes of the season, 41 yards and 31 yards from Joe Burrow. But on the other hand, the defense did not. They allowed Jayden Daniels, the rookie sensation quarterback out of LSU, to carve them up, and boy did he ever. 2 touchdown passes, one a beauty toward the end of the game to Terry McLaurin that helped seal the victory for the Commanders. He also ran it in for another score, and Jayden Daniels, really, the Bengals had no answers for the number 2 overall draft pick in last spring's draft. After the game, Logan Wilson said, "We just couldn't find a way to get off the field on 3rd and 4th down. We missed too many tackles. We're going to have to go back to the drawing board, lick our wounds, and find a way to go to Carolina on a short week and get it done." Ted Karras echoed those same comments. He said, essentially, the Bengals had a couple of missed opportunities in the red zone. They had to settle for 2 field goal attempts, one of which was missed by Evan McPherson, and that resulted in the Bengals trailing 21-13 in this game. Commanders, though, they scored touchdowns the first 4 times they had possession in this game into the second half. Matter of fact, Washington managed to score on all 6 significant possessions in this game. They didn't score on the final possession, and that was only because they took a knee to run out the clock. So the Bengals defense has to come up with answers, and answers quick, against a Carolina team quarterbacked by Andy Dalton that just beat the Las Vegas Raiders. The Panthers will be coming in with a lot of momentum. The Bengals have none. They're 0-3 for the first time since 2019, Zach Taylor's first season as head coach of the Bengals. This was supposed to be a celebratory night, of course. Ring of Honor induction ceremony at halftime, inducting Tim Krumrie and Corey Dillon. The Bengals could have used the toughness from those 2 gents in this contest. 71 points scored. This was definitely not a rough and tumble game. It was a high-scoring, finesse kind of game. Bengals in this contest, they did not punt either, just like Washington. They had the ball 7 times. They produced 4 touchdowns, 2 field goals, and 1 missed field goal. Bengals certainly seemed to put up enough yards in this one to win the game, but they just couldn't get the stops defensively. Too many missed tackles all over the field. So now this Bengal team has to go back to the drawing board on a short week and get ready for the Carolina Panthers. Pretty much to sum it up after the game, Ted Karras put it best, as he almost always does. When you underachieve in Cincinnati and you're a Bengal player, these fans are going to let you know it. And here tonight at Paycor Stadium, boos rained down frequently on this Bengal team as they fell behind in this game by a score of 21-10, never really recovered, and the Bengal fans booed them pretty much from that point on to the finish. And that ended with a 38-33 Washington victory, dropping Cincinnati to 0-3 on the season. We'll have you covered on clnscincy.com. Be sure to follow me on the X at Trags, Trags, and on the podcast at Jungle Roar Pod. The Jungle Roar Pod Skinny Bengals postgame pod is coming at you here on YouTube, youtube.com/at Jungle Roar Pod. Inside Paycor, the final again, the Commanders 38, the Bengals 33. Mike Petraglia, CLNS Media.